Everyone looks at food cost and they take the standard approach and they look at food as food, but I would challenge you to look at food as dollars, look at food as cash. Think about not letting cash walk out the door. We talk about everything being important and everything mattering in the operation in the kitchen, and conveying that to the staff and helping them understand that the garbage bag, the produce in the walk-in, the food in the garbage bin, all of that has a cost associated with it. And managing that cost is important because the impact that it'll have on them and their coworkers is significant. The more money that we lose in areas means less money that we could spend in other areas. If we're spending too much money on trash bags, that might mean that we can't buy the pots and pans that we need. Instilling a sense of fiscal responsibility in the team and helping them understand where the money goes and why it goes there, and understanding the percentage breakdown of why your food cost is this, why your labor cost is this, why your operating expenses are this. When everyone understands the bigger picture, everyone is now participating in it and everyone is now contributing to it and contributing to the bottom line. So a question I like to ask people all the time is, what's the most expensive thing on your menu? And everyone always says, oh, it's the T-bone steak, it's the foie gras, it's the lobster. And I would challenge you to say that's not the most expensive thing on your menu. The most expensive thing is the thing that goes in the trash because you're making zero money off of it. And instead of throwing it in the trash, what can you do with it? Can you turn it into compost? And how can you look at the things that are bringing you no revenue into how can they become a revenue stream? When we're talking about food cost, it's a really simple formula. It's the total cost of everything that you're purchasing. And if you want to find out your food cost percent, it's your total cost, so your total purchases divided by your total sales or your total revenue, and that'll give you your food cost percent. And this is the basic calculation that most chefs and restaurants use to determine how profitable a business is going to be, because all the other costs associated are usually pretty fixed, and food cost is going to be the one biggest variable that you're going to have. That's a really basic way to look at food cost. The real way to look at food cost would be beginning inventory plus your purchases minus your closing inventory, and that'll give you your total consumption. And that total consumption then divided by revenue gives you your true food cost. And a lot of places are different. Some people manage their food cost by the day, some people manage it by the month, some people don't manage it at all, and then their restaurant's closed. I think it's very important to make sure that you have standards for everything, because every single ounce up or down, it could be a big variable on a sliding scale. If you're cutting your steaks and you're going 1 ounce over, and maybe that's $1 an ounce, for example, every time that you go 1 ounce over, if you do that over the course of a year, you could be looking at thousands of dollars of loss just by not paying attention to how large the portion size is. So if you want to cut costs, another way to look at it is you could also shrink down an ounce. In certain cases, an ounce here and an ounce there doesn't get noticed by the customer. You pay attention to what's coming back on the plates in the kitchen and you notice that they don't eat so much of a particular dish. Then you say, we could shave an ounce off that steak or we could shave an ounce off the fish. That may mean a 1 ounce savings could sometimes be $40,000 over the course of the year when you look at really big culinary operations. When you're writing a menu, I think the first thing that you have to understand is what your food cost is on something. And once you've determined what the food cost is, then you have to determine what you're going to sell it for. The most basic formula that we use is we take the cost of something and then you divide that by the percent that you're trying to achieve. For example, if something costs $5 and you're trying to reach a 20% food cost, your formula would be $5 divided by 0.2, and that'll tell you what you should sell it at. That's roughly the basic principle when it comes to figuring out your menu price. Now, with that being said, you have to learn how to play with that number, because if you're running a 20%, it might tell you you need to sell something very inexpensive for more than the market's really willing to pay for it. So you may have to lower menu price on certain items and you may have to raise menu price on other items just to balance it out. And so that's why you may have a mix of items on your menu, that some items may be running a 10% food cost and other items may be running a 40% food cost. But in the end, you would do something called a theoretical food cost to find out what your total menu food cost would be based on what projected sales would be on every item. Why does food cost matter? You have so many variables when it comes to pricing. You may be dealing with inflation, prices are changing, but if you know your costs through and through, you can make really good business decisions. And I would say that food cost is really the one measurement that it's going to affect all the other things that come in line. So when we're talking about labor cost or other controllable expenses, usually all of those are going to be built around what your food cost percent is. So if you want to protect your profitability and you want to protect your bottom line, you need to know exactly what your food cost is, what your goals are, and how to meet those goals. And when you're missing that food cost goals, I think you need to do a really good deep dive into understanding why you missed your food cost goal. So just like calculating your food cost, you also want to know what your labor costs are. So depending on the type of restaurant you have, you may run a higher labor cost because you may have more complex food, or you may run a lower labor cost because your food is less complex. So understanding what those costs are, I would say, is going to be the second most important thing when you're starting to design your budget, with food cost being the most important thing. Basic labor cost is basically calculated like this. It's the exact same formulas you use for food cost, except you're going to substitute the labor for the food. So it's your cost, your labor cost, divided by revenue, and that will equal your labor cost percent. So in the kitchen, we have other expenses. So these may be what we'd call operating costs, and it may be trash bags, gloves, chemicals, dishwasher detergent. And I think it's really important to understand that this cost shouldn't be as much as labor cost. It shouldn't be as much as food cost, but it is a significant cost. A lot of people look at that as, depending on what your business model is, you're looking at anywhere between 5 and 10%. If you have a garbage bag and you only fill it up 1/3 and you throw it away, then your cost on garbage bags is going to be basically 3 times more expensive. And once people understand that, it starts to make a little bit of a switch and understanding that all these other things need to be managed as well. So it's not just the food cost. It's not just the labor cost, that everything that we're working with to produce the end result costs money. And once you start training your staff to understand that it all costs money, that's when you start to see the results in financial savings and financial responsibility, not just from yourself, but from the other members on the team.
Lonely, stuck with the boys.
I'm so nervous about tonight because we have 5 people. We have to serve the whole restaurant.
Hey, we get monkfish in today? There was like 23 portions, and then there was still another like pan full of them, right?
I binned that. It smells.
What? What are you doing? You threw away monkfish?
It smelled awful.
That was all that we have.
Oh, God.
Show it to me. Where is it?
I threw away some monkfish, and immediately Chef Marianne made me dig it out of the trash. It doesn't smell good.
Scott, does it smell bad too?
Smells like monkfish.
Oh, my God, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
It was a huge mistake, and it could be my time to go home tonight.
Lacey forgot the order. One fillet, one ribeye.
Chef, we got 1 fillet left.
Telling me now we're out of fillet.
Yes, Chef.
Prep the fucking meat. Do something. Prep it.
Chef Ramsay said, hey, Seth, bugger off and, cut filet. Usually I buy them already cut. Real quick, Charlie.
Okay.
Get all that shit off, okay?
You've never cleaned a tenderloin? Where have you worked? In your parents' house?
You happy, Giovanni, yeah? You happy, yeah? Hey,
No,
Robert,
Chef.
Happy? Happy?
Not happy at all,
Fucking
Chef.
pathetic. Nothing is going out. What are you actually doing, Seth?
I'm filleting the filet mignon, Chef.
Why is it not coming out? Let's go, come on. How long, Giovanni?
I got 2 minutes, Chef.
I'm waiting on you, Charlie. Come on.
I gotta recook another one. He ain't gonna let that one fly. That's 30 seconds old.
Bingo. Hey, all of you, here, quickly. There's the fillet, yes? Look at the fucking waste. That's what he took off, and there's the fillet. Look at the fillet!
He molested that poor thing. People have gone to jail for worse. Looks like he went with it with a jackhammer.
We fucking wasted the most expensive part. Look at it! What are you gonna do, get Daddy to buy you a new one?
Let's go, guys! Let's go! As fast as you've ever worked in your life! If we get these pancakes up in the next 10 seconds, we're gonna win this challenge.
Guys, I have 1 pancake ready. Who's got the other?
Behind.
Yes.
Netra, you're burning them, baby. You're burning them.
Where's the other pancake?
We're
not going home. Let's go.
Go, I need you to hurry up. We need to beat the girls.
The teams are neck and neck,
2 more pancakes. Fight for your life.
and both are desperate to win and avoid dropping a team member.
Please, guys, please hurry. Give me one more, gentlemen.
This one ready. This one. Flip that one.
You're burning them. How do you not burn them? We're going to complete the table.
Come on, Jackie.
Sauce. Hurry.
I have 1 pancake ready if you need it.
Got it. Eat it.
You get your toast salmon, 2 Benedicts. Good. Go.
Hold on. Don't celebrate yet. Don't celebrate yet.
The blue team could actually win. This is amazing.
2 Benedicts.
Go. Congratulations, blue team. Finally.
We just fucking lost.
Yeah, baby. I am so stoked right now. I mean, I was like, yeah. That's the way to do it, little boy. Nice. I've never seen such a disorganized pancake station in all my fucking life. How many fucking pancakes went in the fucking trash? Way out of control. Wellington, medium rare. How long?
I have 30 seconds on the beef.
Okay, let's go.
If Chef Gordon Ramsay wants medium rare meat, then Chef Gordon Ramsay gets medium rare meat. I'm a man of integrity.
He's not getting raw meats from me.
Boris, let's go.
Chef, I'm ready. Chef, hold on. It's raw, man.
Oh, come on.
I can't give you raw meat. Sorry, Chef.
The last guy that I should have to worry about is Boris. He should be fine on his own. It's meat. Ain't rocket science.
Let's get another one.
Thanks to Boris, no entrees are leaving the Blue Kitchen.
There we go. Send it back.
But thanks to Raj, none of them are going to waste.
I see all this food, and it looks delicious, so I just, ate it.
Raj, please don't do that.
Look at his eating, look. Haven't you got enough in there?
But that's so good. It's really a waste.
Wow.
No, I mean, just a quick little bite. It's really tasty.
Oh, fucking hell.
How could Chef Ramsay blame me for eating this delicious food? It's fantastic.
Next up, the Battle of the Lobster. Let's go.
Come on, Jackie.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
Let's go. Joe, how many ingredients?
3, Chef.
Describe the dish, Joe.
It's a warm lobster salad with corn and couscous.
It looks like the size of a prawn. Where's the fucking lobster? I can't see the tail, I can't see the claw, I can't see the knuckles. Young man, look at me. Where is it?
I tasted a piece.
Unbelievable. So you tasted a piece, the claw, the knuckle.
I did, Chef.
Did you taste the tail?
I believe so, Chef.
Joe, it's a cooking challenge, not a fucking eating challenge.
Oh, man. He ate it. That was pretty bad.
I feel sort of ripped off. However, lobster's cooked beautifully, nice flavor. Jackie, how many ingredients?
3.
Describe the dish.
Today I have for you a butter poached lobster tail with a roasted romesco and a roasted corn sauce.
Wow, lobster's cooked beautifully, Jackie. Great job. Point to the red team.
Thank you, Chef.
Yes, Jackie. Rejection, baby.
Yes! Yes! Nailed it! Nailed it!
Awesome job.
Thank you.
Young man, next time, have a bigger breakfast, will you, first?
Yes, Chef.
It was an hour and a half risotto. It better taste good.
Thanks to Julia and Jen.
Julia, what you got in here is enough for 2 orders, okay? Okay. I'm gonna toss this other one.
Away next. Scallop risotto spaghetti, yes?
Ladies, spaghetti. Oh, you need more spaghetti, Julia? Oh, I fucking just tossed it. Let me just fucking get it. I'll get it. We had an order for spaghetti, and I threw out what we had. And I decided to retrieve the spaghetti from the top of the garbage and washed it. 212 kills the bacteria, and then I decided to serve it.
Where'd you get it from?
The garbage on top.
No. No way. Who in the world picks food out of the trash? You can't just do anything in the heat of the moment.
How long, Julia?
6 minutes, Chef.
Oh, dear.
Julia's quality control kept garbage from being served, and Jen should consider herself lucky Chef Ramsay didn't witness her mistake.
Good morning. Morning, Chef. Let's be honest, last night was embarrassing. Virginia.
Yes, Chef.
Lucky to be here this morning. I just want some food now.
I don't know what to do.
Larry, what I'm seeing is just a man with no passion. Larry, it'd be just nice to see you a little bit more lively, do you know what I mean? Do you really have it inside?
Yes, I do, Chef.
Have any of you any idea how much food you wasted last night. A restaurant will never ever survive with that amount of waste. Do you understand that?
Yes, chef.
Do you really?
Yes, chef.
Get into the dumpsters and get the waste out now.
Yes, chef.
Since I woke up, really don't feel well, but I have to prove myself.
Fucking humiliating. Chef Ramsay's lesson about waste is one our aspiring chefs find hard to swallow.
The dumpster smelled like a festering, stinking piss, shit, and vomit all combined into one.
An incredible amount of waste. Turbot, scallops, Wellington, chicken.
I've lost my retainer like 5 or 6 times in the school trash can, so that was nothing.
You could hear it in your head, the cash register sound going off.
Just stop. This kind of waste can never, ever happen again in Hell's Kitchen.
Everything's fair game in Hell's Kitchen.
At least you didn't make us eat it. Have you got it? Yes, sir! Now go and get clean. You stink!
The food business can be exciting, unpredictable, and if you know what you're doing, profitable. But it doesn't end there. Chefs have to be good with numbers too. Don't you just love a good banquet? It's a wide spread of food, a happy occasion, lots of people, and don't forget, a big paycheck for you. The thing is, costing for banquets is a bit tricky because several elements come into play. The following are things you need to consider in quantifying banquet or catering food items. 1, the type of function. Number 2, the type of clients or customers. Maybe you're dealing with a family or a group of athletes or a group of executives. The time and meal period. And of course, do not forget the budget of your client. In order to have a well-balanced offering, you should serve a wide variety of appetizers, proteins, vegetables, starches, and desserts. Also taking into consideration serving both high and low caloric items for your guests to choose from. The appetizer should be around 150 grams per person in total. For example, if I serve my salad greens together with my raspberry vinaigrette, together with other famous items or popular items such as sushi, sashimi, cold cuts, smoked seafood platter, they should not exceed 150 grams per person. Braised and stewed items and dishes with sauces go really well with pasta, rice, potatoes, and vegetables. An example of that one will be our pork émincé together with mashed potatoes, buttered vegetables, and additional starch such as penne alla arrabbiata. For main course, the protein should be around 120 to 140 grams per person. The starch should be around 50 to 60 grams. The vegetable siding should be around 50 to 60 grams as well. If you have a variety of proteins for main course, you should quantify food items according to costs. For higher quantity, you should serve low-cost items and the total amount should not exceed 140 grams. The same still applies for the dessert. The total amount should be around 150 grams of dessert items. An example will be our fried pastry puffs. Usually, restaurants and hotels give a fixed food cost target percentage of around 33% for complete dishes, set menus, and buffets. I personally look at this slightly different and I price my dishes according to the amount of profit. Example, expensive food items might give me a 300 peso profit, but my food cost percentage is 38% or higher, whereby other items might give me a 33% or lower, but my profit is lower as well. This allows me to combine both expensive and inexpensive items that will benefit me as a caterer. There's not much difference between costing for catering or restaurants. The total cost is just the same. The difference is that you're costing for volume as compared to costing for a few people. But it becomes easy if your recipe is already designed for 10 people. You just have to multiply to double or triple your quantities. You might have additional costs for flowers, centerpiece, and for outside catering, the rent of venue and catering fees. One tip that I can give is to put less expensive items in the beginning of your buffet and more expensive items towards the back of your buffet. Keep in mind,